So now we're gonna do individual routines. This first athlete in 2000, when he was 3 years old, how he got around was he was sat on a wheelchair and he sat on a skateboard and he pushed himself around with his hands. When he was pushing himself, he fell down and he hit his rib, and that's what, from the side, it hit his ribs, and that's what caused damage on his spinal cord, which caused nerve atrophy, which means his legs got smaller.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Brazil, Josue Fabiano.
Give it up for Gorila Albino! Next up, in 2007, this athlete was driving with his daughter and his wife to visit an aunt. And during the trip, a deer jumped out and he swerved to miss the deer. And when he swerved, he hit a tree. They were wearing the seatbelt, but the seatbelt went inside, not into his skin, but an impact is what broke his back and damaged his spine at T11, T12. He's a complete. His daughter and wife had minor injuries, but that injury left him paralyzed from the waist down. He won 7 Arnold Classics, 6 being here at the USA, and he's your 5-time Olympian champion.
Ladies and gentlemen from the USA, please welcome Harold King Kong Kelley. Thank you, Harold.
Next up, he's known as the Italian Stallion. In 2011, he was in a car accident. And what happened was, when he rode, he was ejected out of the car window. And from that, he was thrown, and the impact on the ground is what broke his back and damaged his spine. At T11, T12, he's incomplete.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Italy, Gabriele Andriulli. All right, thank you, Gabe.
This next athlete in 2009, there was a bad storm, and there was a dead tree that was 12 feet round, and it was blown down. But this athlete was underneath it, and it crushed him. Now, there was a toolbox, is what didn't complete the crush, but it broke his back and damaged his spine. At T8, he's incomplete. But he survived because he's the big bad Brad.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the USA, Bradley Betts. All right, thank you, Bradley.
So this athlete in 2021, he was on vacation with his friend, and he was in the guest room when 4 guys broke in, and they ended up shooting him. And the bullet went through his right bicep, out his right tricep, into his sign, through his lungs and out him. And his lung collapsed. The bullet hit his vertebrae at T10, but didn't hit his spinal cord. That's not what left him paralyzed. When that blast radius, that's what compressed him, and that's what left him paralyzed. Think of a banana and you squeezing it, and that compression is what left him paralyzed from the waist down. He's a T10 complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the USA, Gaylon Grigsby. All right, thank you, Gaylon.
Gaylon actually died 3 times and he came back. This is his pro debut, and he's your 2023 NPC Wheelchair Nationals Overall Champion. Next up, this athlete at the age of 4 back in 1991, he had a high fever, so went to the hospital and they gave him an injection for his fever. And that's when something went wrong within post-polio, and that led to paralysis where he got paralyzed in both limbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from India, Rajesh Chan. All right, thank you, Rajesh.
This next athlete in 2016, it was due to a motorcycle accident. He was just switching lanes when he got sideswiped by a truck because they did not see him. And that injury is what left him to a complete paraplegic at T7, so he's higher.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the USA, Leonard Harmon. All right, thank you, Leonard. All right, folks, that concludes our individual presentations from our gentlemen. Before we move along, you know what time it is, Nick?
Yes, I do. Gentlemen, pose down.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much, guys. You can return to your respective sides. Judging scores are in, folks, and we have a winner. All right, folks, we're going to be awarding our top 6 here today, but before we get to that, I want to recognize our 7th place finisher. He's got a great career ahead of him. And I want to recognize Leonard Harmon, 7th place. All right, here we go. Presenting the 6th place award, representing VersaGrips, I'd like to welcome Mr. John Pace, Director of U.S. Retail and Wholesale Operations.
John Pace is your Arnold Amateur Wheelchair winner.
John, please take the 6th place award and present it to Bradley Betts. Presenting the 5th place award, CEO and pastor of Ronnie Pierce Ministries. Please welcome Ronnie Pierce. All right, Ronnie, please take the 5th place award and present it to Gaylon Grigsby. Presenting the 4th place award, representing Celsius, I'd like to welcome Mr. Stephen Carter and Ms. Krista Castro Giovanni to the stage. Please take the 4th place award and present it to Harold King Kong Kelley. Presenting the 3rd place award, I'd like to welcome Ms. Jill Carrico to the stage, Director of U.S. Retail and Wholesale Operations of VersaGrips. Jill, please take the 3rd place award and present it to Josue Fabiano. Presenting the 2nd place award, Miss Ellie Henderson, representing Wolfpack. Ellie will take the 2nd place award, the 2nd place check, to our runner-up, Gabriele Andriulli. And presenting your 1st place award, Mr. Jim McMahon, CEO of Mutant, and Mr. Ron Partlow, the voice of the Mutant Nation. And your IFBB Vice President, Mr. Tyler Mannion. They will take the 1st place award, the 1st place check, and the title of 2024 Arnold Wheelchair Champ to your winner, Rajesh. Gentlemen, let's all raise hands in victory. All right, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Mutants. Thank you, Tyler. All right, hang on, gentlemen. Don't go anywhere yet. We got to get some pictures. We're going to put that. All right, gentlemen, your favorite pose, please. All right, there it is, folks, your top 7 here at the Arnold Classic. Thank you, gentlemen. We're going to have Rajesh stay right there in the center. Right, here with the champ, Rajesh. Congratulations, my friend. Here you are in the center. This year's Arnold Classic champion. How's it feel?
The biggest stage in the world. Thank you, Jesus. Dedicate the moment of physically challenged persons in the world. I support my sponsor, Seru Sir, Samsir Federation, my family, friends, old times. Okay, thanks so much.
It's obviously a very emotional time for Rajesh. His first Arnold Championship. Just overcome with emotion, but there's a lot of work that goes into this. I don't care what division you're in, and we got them all here at the Arnold here today. But Rajesh, this is a great moment, and this has got to be one of the best moments in your life, my friend. You've trained very hard for this.
Really happy to the moment.
All right, well, Rajesh speaks the international language of bodybuilding, folks, and that means he's the best wheelchair champ right now in the world and here at the Arnold. Give your best pose, my friend. There we
go. To give you a little background, Rajesh, it's very difficult to get pro qualifiers around the world. But last year I asked Mr. Tyler Mannion, the vice president, if we could expand, and he approved it over to India. In November I went over to India, and we had a pro qualifier, and we added a pro show. Rajesh won the Olympia Amateur, India Amateur, qualified him to compete in the pro show. He competed in the pro show, he won the pro show, he got qualified for the Olympia, and I invited him to the Arnold Classic, and he's here today because that's what it is. Dreams are here to come true because Sharu, for his foundation, helped him get here. Because with the team effort, anything's possible. With the guidance of Mr. Tyler Mannion, the vice president, as well as the leadership of Mr. Jim Mannion with the NPC and IFBB, none of this would be possible. Thank you. Hit a pose.
All right, thank you, Nick. And congratulations to Rajesh, your Arnold Classic champion. All right, folks. Well, that's the Arnold Classic Championship with the wheelchair division here this year. Nick, as always, the beast. Always appreciate you coming on stage and, of course, your efforts on behalf of the wheelchair division. So we're going to see you back next year, Nick, I would think.
Of course. I'll be back next year and the years to come. Because, Bob, that's how I roll. Thank you, guys. God bless.
He said that. I didn't.